Star player James Harden turns down a $50 million contract extension with the Rockets after 8 years with the team. And to add insult to injury, he puts in a trade request on top of all of that. So, uh, even more insult to injury, cherry on top, I guess you could say. His running mate, Westbrook, Russell Westbrook, he does the same thing, puts in a trade request after a season. It's been, I believe it's just been 1 year, and granted it's been quite the year for all of us, but yeah, just after one season it seems kind of weird at the very least. So the Rockets, I believe in the playoffs, did not even get to the Western Conference Finals. But this also doesn't necessarily seem like uh, a finals or bust type of season for a team the caliber of the Rockets. It seems like they would kind of go again. They would just try again next year. But like I said, James Harden has been in Houston for the past 8 years. They've been in the playoffs all 8 years that James Harden has been here. And I mean, I guess you could see that he would want to, a change of scenery. But it seems a little bit deeper than that. It seems a little bit deeper than that. He just got his boy to come to Houston and Westbrook, and all of a sudden you both want to leave. So what seems to be the root of the problem is the owner of the team. I believe his name is Tillman Fertitta. He just bought the club in 2017. So in terms of the franchise player Harden, it's a change in ownership. It's different management. Um, and something about Tillman that's notable is that not only is he a Donald Trump supporter, he's quite outward in his MAGA support. He's a MAGA, outwardly. He donates. He goes to the rallies, and he lets it be known that he is a Trump supporter, and that can get under anybody's skin. And it just so happens that you get under the franchise player's skin. I don't blame James Harden for wanting to leave at all. I'm not one to judge in terms of that specific instance. Austin Rivers also left. I don't know for the same reasons, but he's gone. Former player of the team. Mike D'Antoni, former coach, the past few seasons, he left. He's out the door. So it just, it is what it is. But the fact that he's leaving for political reasons, obviously, with the whole narrative of the NBA this past season in particular, with the theme of the bubble, with the Black Lives Matter, with the customized jerseys, and even with the player strike, which was very eye opening. But just I feel like the NBA just means well. They just don't know exactly what to do in this instance because, truth be told, the NBA, much like the NFL, you have the workers, the personnel and the backroom staff. They may be, the on court personnel is majority black. The backroom staff personnel may be a little bit blended and mixed, but higher levels, the CEOs and the GMs and all those people it's a majority white male club, and for James Harden to be upset at his particular owner for his outward support of Trump, if you know what I mean, it kind of just it's I wouldn't say disingenuous, but I would say that there are other there's most likely other owners of NBA teams that would agree with Fertitta on that on that MAGA stance, but they're just maybe not as outward about it. And for instance, the team that Harden is being linked with, the Nets, if he went to the Nets, similar to LeBron James, the owner of the Nets basically criticized the former GM of the Rockets, Daryl Morey, and Daryl Morey's tweets about, criticizing China about the Uyghur internment camps. LeBron James and this Nets owner, they both criticized Maury on those comments. And whenever I say the NBA means well, is that they mean well from a social injustice standpoint. Domestically, what's going on with the police over use of force. That's definitely something to fight for, and it's very noble to fight for. It's just they don't know who to turn to in those instances. They're seeking leadership advice from the likes of Barack Obama, and he's not necessarily the best individual to go to in terms of what the masses need. He's not going to be able to help the masses. He had 8 years to do that. But moving on from that, the NBA and the delegation actually had five players along with other members of the association go and visit the Pope for a meeting, and this was actually at the invitation of the Vatican. So obviously the Pope is interested in what's going on over here from a social justice standpoint, and he should be. It's just that the NBA players themselves, they don't have the answers to social justice. They do mean well, and they wanna do something, but it's just kind of a. I don't want to say they could be doing more because they're doing a lot. That strike, I wasn't expecting them to strike like that. I didn't think they would actually follow through. And even though it was only for 2 days, 2 nights, that was meaningful. That's something that actually touches your owner's pockets, and that's something I can respect. Definitely, I feel like that should have persisted. The one criticism I would have about that is that if you're gonna decide to do that, then do that. In the season, that's how you make the statement. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't go on a 1 day strike and then just finish the season. I understand that there was a setup to the bubble, but there's some things that are beyond just competition, and if you want to go out and do and stand for those things, then actually stand for those things. All those things. And don't be critical of somebody that's actually speaking up on other things that have nothing to do with police justice but are just as valid, just like the Uyghur internment camps in China. You know, that was very kind of nasty to see LeBron kind of criticize Daryl Morey for something like that. And I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just end it right there. I think that the NBA does mean well, and they should have. Um, yeah, I don't know who's taking the initiative on it. If it is LeBron, if it's a coalition of players or not, but I do believe they mean well. I feel like the guidance, the people that are in their ears need to be, like they need to be not Obama, and yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. What do you all think? Do you think that the NBA should take it upon themselves to talk about such issues as social justice? Do you think that they should just play? Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Share it with your friends, ask them what they think, and I'll see you in the next video.